Hey, thanks for joining us. I'm Stephanie, and I'm here with my co-founder of the Audacity Conference, Natanya, and we are here to give you guys another behind-the-scenes little sneak peek of what we have cooking for you coming up in, oh my God, 2 weeks exactly from today.
Yeah, countdown is on. Hello, everybody. My name is Natanya, and I'm super happy to be here. Thanks, Stephanie. Yeah, this is our little behind the scenes.
Pressure is on, and we are feeling it, but we're going to power through it.
Absolutely. There's always so much to do at sort of, the last few weeks and days. So it's crazy. So this is Audacity 2023. Do you want to give us a brief breakdown of what Audacity is?
Absolutely. Yes. So quick backstory for those of you that are new. Natanya and I met in a mastermind last year about community building. And I had my own thing I was working on. She had her own thing she was working on. I had some ideas around getting some women together in a conference to talk about having that passion that allows you to pursue goals that just seem so out of reach, those sort of awe-inspiring goals and the audacity that it takes to achieve that. So just with a little play on words, I came up with audacity, and I thought that was kind of fun and cute because I like stuff like that. And so I spoke to Natanya about it, and we both have an interest in our Web3 enthusiasts and had been separately kind of dabbling in that space. And we sort of came up with the idea of what if we do the conference, but instead of holding it on Zoom, because that's kind of a snooze fest, let's do it in the metaverse and then really put our money where our mouth is and talk about audacious goals and being audacious and having audacity. That's kind of was the genesis of the whole thing. And it has expanded to be able to, I think, a few different things, like celebrate women artists in the digital space, celebrate what we're calling the Audacious Woman 2023 Award, women who have, overcome adversity, that are making big moves, making stuff happen. And then we have a list of 6 speakers, including Natanya and myself. Do you want to talk about the speakers?
Yes, I can touch on those briefly. Absolutely. Yeah, we have 4 amazing women that are joining Stephanie and myself at the conference. And we have a series of 3. This is a Twitter space that we do where we get together as speakers and sort of discuss issues around audacity and women's empowerment. And we had our second session or series today. For 60 minutes, where we just sort of shared personal experiences around. Today we talked about sort of quote unquote failures or failing forward, and triumphs and sort of challenges that we face. And it's been amazing just to have all the speakers in one space. And we have our keynote speaker, Heather Parody, then we have Leslie Motta, and then we have Ada, as well as Kim. So for absolutely powerful women from, like you said today, Stephanie, diverse backgrounds, and yet we sort of come together and we realize we're more similar than we are different. And it was amazing just to share some personal stories. And yeah, so it was a beautiful way to sort of build the energy as well around the conference and just be together in one room. And for those who are interested, we have one more such space coming up next week, Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. my time. And where we get together and just sort of dive in deep. And I'm super excited about the speakers. And we have the speakers displayed in our sort of conference hall as well. And their profiles are out. And it's been amazing. So, and you've been doing such a great job with all of this design work.
I mean, thank you.
This is your graphic design background. Should we show them? We just want to take you into the space that we're working on.
Well, I mean, of course. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'll let you show them around because
I'm just laughing because I just finished deleting like all the ones because we were going to do all the switch outs. So that's all right then, but this is the whole point of behind the scenes. So like, I mean, like, let's be real here, guys. Take a look at, do you see this empty wall? Like all these black, squares here. So this was all full. And for a number of different reasons, whether it was like the colors weren't rendering correctly, they weren't crisp enough. There's a million things that happen. You have to be able to say, you know what, this isn't working. Let's scrap it and do something different, or let's change it, different file format, what have you. So I think this is important because we talked about this earlier today. People look at the finished product and be like, oh, wow, that looks great. Like it just sort of magically came together, and it didn't. It's been, we've minted for the speakers alone. We've minted what? Like there's only 6 speakers. We've minted like, I don't know, 24, 40. I mean, by the time we're done, we'll probably have minted 48 speaker profile images for 6 speakers. Just because it's like, oh, maybe the color or this, and the things that you don't sort of foresee that you didn't realize, like, oh, wait, when we save it in an MP4 format, because we have that, cute little animation we like so much, on cyberspace, it renders very blurry and it's not super crisp to read. So like back to the drawing board, and you have to be able to, I think, be flexible and roll with it and, see what you come up with. But
absolutely. And just to jump in, for those who don't know what minting is, it's basically turning sort of a normal format that we work with on, let's say, Canva, into a digital format, which is needed for this. This is what we call an on cyberspace, which is a version of a metaverse, which sort of works with decentralized assets. So your digital asset needs to be in the form of what we call an NFT, or in a digital form. So to turn that into a digital format, we call it minting. So yes, it's a process, and you said it nicely, Stephanie. This is exactly why we're doing a behind the scenes and a sneak peek, because there's so much work that goes into it. And I think my favorite word is pivot, because we've been pivoting in the last few days and weeks like crazy. Yeah, you will go ahead.
For our pivoting, all the pivoting we've been doing. I mean, this is like, sorry, the sirens. There's just no clear path. There's no quick fix. There's no shortcut. You got to do the work and all of it. And
absolutely,
it is not easy. It's It's a marathon, not a sprint. So just to show you guys here, so you guys can see that. So this is the schedule. So we're kind of still playing with, like, the signage is going to stay this, going to stick with that pink and gold, or that hot pink and gold. There's the speak schedule. And we'll scoot all the way down here to Ada, because I minted her in 2 different versions. This is very the Matrix, right? Like red or blue, except it's pink or blue.
Yes, we'd love your input. Should we go pink? Should we go blue?
Blue. So the pink was really, I mean, it wasn't that either of us are super attached to, like, we love pink or pink is girly. It was nothing to do with that. It was just sort of a design decision at the time. And now that we've had some other colors that we've sort of incorporated, I just clicked on the blue because some other graphics I was trying to work on. And I was like, wow, that looks pretty sharp and that's pretty crisp. And I kind of like how the lettering stands out and it's a little easier on the eyes. So again, these are just like the decisions that we're going to make. And, if anyone has any input, we welcome input.
Absolutely.
If anyone feels like, oh, wow, there's no difference, or, oh, wow, that blue is actually much easier to read for me, we want to hear from you.
Can you go a little bit closer?
I can. Oop, too close. How's that?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. On the blue, it's just easier on the eye, I think, to read. And the sparkle around the head it renders really nicely, like it stands out.
Yeah,
But yes,
I
I
agree.
still love the pink as well, but I'm totally 50-50. But I do
Mhm.
think for the eye, it is easier to read.
Yeah. So, and just, to help anyone out that's going to be doing something like this in the future, and these are obviously all different sizes. This is not finished. We're placing the assets, as they are called, because once they're minted on the blockchain, we place them in the space, and playing around with the size and the layout and all those things. But for example, this is the old format we were working with, which had this like cool little animation around the head. You see that little like sparkle. Where is it going? Why is it? There it is. So there. A little sparkle that goes around. Maybe this one you can see it better. There's the sparkle going around. But that means you have to save it in MP4 format, and you can see here how that lettering is not nearly as crisp or read. And I know I have that one super enlarged, and here's what's cool. So like you can check it out. Like if you can see this, like you can edit the size of the asset. You can go by number, or you can just scale it up with the. So this is the same size as the speaker ones, and you can see here I don't think it's nearly as easy to read. So it's very much a you just trying it out. You're trying it out and you're testing and pivoting and testing and pivoting, and
Yeah.
we are still not done. Yeah, you can see there that one doesn't nearly look as crisp. If we were to go over to ADA's here, I mean, ADA's you can read that blue. You can really read from a distance. I think I'm kind of 90% there with the blue.
Yeah. I think it's worth it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, and do you want to show them the portal to the art gallery? So we will have two portals. One will take you to the art gallery where we have some digital artists that will be exhibiting their art. And so this is what a portal looks like. And when you sort of move towards it, it'll say press E to enter. And that space will be specifically for digital artists that are sharing their art. And we will have another portal that will take you to the speaker hall. Where we will it's a super simple hall where you just have a big screen where we meet to listen to the speakers. So there's two portals that will take you from this station or conference area or main area to either the art gallery or the speaker hall.
I'm going to switch it up and do that other version. Oops. Upper tab. Here we go. So this is from the user end. So what we had been showing you guys is like from the admin end, like what we see when we're placing assets and moving things around. So as a user, this is how it would appear to you. So this is the portal to the art gallery. And then as it tells you very clearly, press E to open portal. So I'm going to hit that right now. And it would help if my keyboard were connected. And maybe I was a little bit closer.
Yeah, you have to stand quite closely and then you press E and already you're in. And then it says press F back.
So this is the art gallery space. And then we're going to hit F.
So so Stephanie's pressing F and then F pops open the space you've just been in and you're already back in here. And you will see some art is hanging here already. And by the entrance, you have a sort of blueprint of the space where when you arrive, you can take a moment to see where what is and just orient yourself. And here in this little corner, we will have a photo booth going. So there's a lot in the works. And yeah, still a lot to happen. So this definitely is sort of work in progress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
super exciting.
That's it. We've got some Natania's photography here,
Yeah.
some other artwork. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we have for you guys. It's we're really excited. It's going to be.
Exactly.
It's so interesting to look at it. It's like almost done. I'm sorry, what?
Go for it.
No, I was gonna say it's like, oh, it's getting there, and then it's like, oh no, we need to switch all this. You know, it almost was like more last week, but then it's like, oh no, we need to change all those things.
I know. It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's definitely how it's been going. So that's kind of crazy. But yes, I was going to say there's 2 more things we wanted to share. One was the voting. Yes. Do you want to chat about the voting, and then I'll chat about the website, the web link?
Yes.
That's live.
So we have down here that area that I showed you guys with the nominees. So we have an award, the Audacious Woman Award, and we have 13, I believe, nominees. And you're going to be able to get a better sense of it once this is all set up. But, you know, here they are. I think they're all here. So you're going to be able to check out their bios and vote for your favorite, who you think should be the winner of this award. And we're going to have a link that we're going to share with that. And then the winner is going to be announced the evening of the event. Well, evening my time, at middle of the night, Natania's time. It's going to be like 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to announce the winner of the AWEdacity 2023, the Audacious Woman Award. And that's going to be sort of like the final, I don't know, thing that we're going to have the speakers and then there'll be plenty of time that leaves everyone to kind of check out the space. But the voting will be live. We encourage you to please vote, even if you don't, if you're not involved in this is really just about supporting a female-led project. As we all know, those are in very short supply in the Web3 space. So we appreciate anybody that's willing to vote or share it on your socials, get some interest and excitement around the project because it's important.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll have a link out for that, and you can get your family and friends involved and get them to vote for you or for your favorite. And yeah, this is pretty cool to then get together, and we will meet here at the gallery on the day and have a prize. And then you can see up here on our screen left corner, you can see a barcode with buy tickets. So we're super excited that the ticketing site is now live. So what you can do is scan the barcode and it will take you right to the AWEdacity.com website, where on the top right corner you have buy ticket. And that button will take you straight to Infinity Mint, which is the team we've collaborated with for the ticketing. And there you can purchase your ticket. And what you do need for this ticket, because it's a digital conference, you need a digital wallet. And you need some digital currency, which is called Matic in this case. And once you have those 2 things, it's a super simple process. And it's about a 2-3 button click, and you connect your wallet and you buy your ticket. Now, for those that have never set up a digital wallet or are unsure about how to buy Matic, we have a step-by-step guide for both of that, which we will share with you. We could link it to this video, to the live, I guess. We've shared Twitter already. I have it on my YouTube channel as well. Yes, anyway, you'll find it. If you're following us, you're connected with us, you will find it, and we will share the step-by-step guides to make it super easy and simple for you to do. Yeah, and I think that's sort of the main thing. What's pretty exciting as well is we did create the ticketing art using an AI software called Midjourney. There's several programs out there, and the one we've used is Midjourney. So the ticketing art was created by us as well. And you get to, when you do buy your ticket, you have two options. You can click on a random choice and it will pick a random ticket for you, or you can click on choose my own design or my favorite design, and you can pick out of the, I don't know how many images we created, 15. I forgot the exact. Anyway, you get to pick your favorite design, and yeah, because that will be a digital ticket that you will have for as long as I guess the blockchain exists. So pretty much for eternity. And so yeah, we're pretty excited to have that live and going, and are working to make it as simple as possible for you to buy your tickets. And otherwise, hit us up. We're here to assist. And I think a big part of this as well is sort of educating or simplifying the whole digital process that's involved, and just making, I guess, people more familiar with the concept of the digital world.
And showing people that the digital world and the blockchain is not just about, you know, crypto and NFT like pictures, you know, like cartoon pictures, like all the things that people say when they diss Web3 technology. It's way beyond that. It's, you know, and this is one of the things, and that was, I think we talked about this early on, is that, you know, having something that is typically a Web2 in real, or not Web2, but like an in real life event, or even as a Web2 iteration, it would be like a Zoom thing. What does that look like in a Web3 environment? So it's way beyond, the technology exists for so many things, not just the stuff that's getting all the press. And I think that's the part of the problem. You know, I think Web3 has a branding issue. It needs a better name. It needs a better, it needs a PR person, I think. You know?
That's so true. That's so true. Some building bridges. We need to build bridges.
Yeah, and I think in a way we're doing that.
I think so too. I think so too.
I think if you see that and they're like, oh, it can be this too. It can be, you know, a ticket about women's empowerment, which has nothing to do with crypto bros or any of those negative connotations with Web3 stuff.
And I see it in my own family, which is super exciting, right? Like my sister, she paints on canvas, or, you know, is a tattoo artist, but she has her first digital art piece that we've converted from being a canvas piece in a on cyber digital art gallery, right? And I have my parents who you know, set up their digital wallet and are following the step-by-step guides, you know, to figure this out on how to buy tickets. So it's really cool to see that it's possible. I think you need a sense of curiosity, and yeah, and it's not as crazy or complicated as it might seem at first. So I think this is it for today. Hey,
I was just going to say, you're talking about your parents, and I'm like, and your parents came our very first live. Right?
Yes.
You're like, my parents are going to come, because like nobody showed up. We were like,
we have 2 people here. It was so awesome.
But, you know, and I think, but that's real, you know, and it's scary. Yeah. It's scary to go out, you know, try something new and do something that's a little bit outside the norm. Most people, you know, are like, what are you doing? What? And your parents show up and give you support. Exactly. So it's come a long way since then.
We have. So good. Yeah, this was fun taking you guys behind the scenes and showing you a little bit what we're working on. And we'll meet here again next week, same time.
Yes.
And that will be the last behind the scenes before the actual
Oh,
conference. So
me?
don't miss it. All right.
All right. If anybody wants to reach out to us with any kind of questions or, any kind of guidance you may need, feel free to do so. You'll be able to connect wherever you're viewing this video. It'll be obvious how you can reach us, and we appreciate your time, and make sure you buy a ticket.
All right. See
All right.
you.
Bye.
Happy